Alright, welcome back to another Barter's Art live stream. Today, I'm going to be practicing my cartoon drawing abilities. Yeah, wait, okay, hold on, no, I don't want to do this. I just want to see my music. I want to play it. Oh no, Car is already trying to... Hello? Hello? What's up? Alright, let's see. So, welcome Judah B Plays and Morgan's Art. Yo! Morgan's Art, what's up? It's been a bit. It's been a while, I feel like. Or I just haven't noticed you. But welcome back. I'm doing pretty good. How are you? It's crazy. Alright. I feel like every once in a while, just some people... YouTube will suggest it to people that haven't been around in a while. Or suggest my live streams to people that haven't been around for a while. But I don't know. Maybe you have been. Welcome, Miss Tricky whatever. But anyways, so this is where I was just testing all the markers ahead of the live stream. I prepared a little bit more than usual. So yeah, I'm going to be drawing Donald Duck. Yeah, I know, but you barely post anymore because of work. Yeah, that's understandable. I really haven't been posting a lot lately either. I kind of fell off too. Over the past 6 months, it's just kind of been going downhill, but I'm getting back to it. Just call me, okay. So, yeah, I'm just gonna start sketching this guy. I think, like, you know, my big problems lately with my drawings have been that they don't end up, like, the final result isn't great. Like, the sketches usually look good, and then it all falls apart in lining, I think. So I'm gonna try to focus on that today in this live stream. But yeah, I have this video I'm working on, and it requires me to go and buy stuff that I don't have at the moment. So I have to wait to go get it. But nice. Okay. Right, and this thing, how's that compared to this? Hello, Car. What's up? Yeah, I think this is looking good so far. Typically what happens, though, is I get to a certain point, and then I look back, and I'm like, wait a second. That doesn't look right. But hopefully the sketch goes good. We'll see, we'll see. As long as I lock in, I can do good sketches. It's so weird. I post more on TikTok now and Instagram than on YouTube. I'm hardly ever on YouTube nowadays. Most of my old Posca markers first I got them because of the outlines. Oh man, wait, do you do the outlines first or after? Because that's a big, like, that's a number one thing is you always do the outlines after you color it in with Posca markers. Okay, so the space between these two eyebrows is messed up. Or these two eyes. It's very small. That marker doesn't have any graphite in it. Hello? Do you want to get out of here? The door's open. My cat is making little meows at me. I don't know if you guys can hear him. Do you want to say hi to the chat? Is that what you want to do? Hello? Do you want to say hi? I have the microphone. Oh, he kind of said hi. Hello. Here, the door's open if you want to leave. No? He's just saying hi, I think. I think you got the wrong Donald there. I think you got the wrong Donald. You never know, though. Okay, that looks good. That definitely fixed that problem. Yeah, so I think a lot of a big mistake a lot of artists make, or at least beginners that are trying to get into drawing, is that, you know, you'll rather than fixing mistakes as you go, you know, you basically finish the drawing without fixing mistakes, and then it's too late to go back and fix them because it'd be too much work, and then, you know, you don't really ever... It's difficult to get better that way. You're about to hit 340 subs. No way. That's a big number. Congrats on that. I remember when I hit like 100. I was so excited. It was like, I was like, no way. And now I have 300, like almost 400,000. It's just like, I mean, I've been losing subscribers over the past few days because I haven't been getting a lot of views. That's just because once you get to the amount of subscribers that I have, you're constantly losing subscribers. Everybody is. If you ask any YouTuber, like channels with millions of subscribers have lost millions of subscribers over time just because people lose interest. But the reason you still gain subscribers is because, you know, you're just gaining more than you lose. But yeah, when you're not posting, that's why you start losing them. That is not correct. Okay. Looks pretty good. I'm gonna move this bottom section of this over a little bit. There we go. What's it go for like 3 months? I barely lose any subs. Yeah, so it's just because you have a smaller channel, you know. But it gets multiplied, basically. I can pull up the numbers. I think I've lost probably like 200,000 subscribers. Or at least that's how many people have unsubscribed to me over time. Let's see. Analytics. Metrics. Subscribers. Lifetime. I'm not sure how to figure out interactions. Oh, subscribers lost. Let's see. I've lost 149,000 subscribers. Certain videos have lost me more, but it's pretty consistent. I actually, funnily enough, wait, I lose a good amount of subscribers doing live streams, like comparable to all of my shorts that get millions of views. That's really weird. I need to look into that maybe. Anyways, let's go back to here. Let me zoom this in a little bit more. It's kind of difficult to see over there. Hello. You have a cardboard playpen for 5? I think I did something similar to that too. Yeah, I feel like that's cool. I know a few people that done that. It would be nice if YouTube gave out something for those smaller things, even if it was just like a sticker or something. Like that would be super cool, but the problem is that it'd probably be happening too much. But I don't know. It could be a cool idea. Whoa, my cat just jumped up onto my chair behind me. Hello. What are we doing here? No, do not jump up there. Alright. Of course, the second I go live, he starts meowing at me. So funny. Hello. I don't know if you guys can hear him over there. It's probably gonna take you 7. Well, how long have you been posting videos for? And like, are you serious about becoming big yet? 2 artist backpacks. 1 year? Yeah, that's where I was at. Maybe even a little bit worse. I was at like 22 subscribers for a year or 2. So yeah, you just gotta stay locked in. It took me, I think I'm on year 4.5 currently. So it took me 3 years about to get to 100,000. but it's completely different for everybody. It could take you a year less, or a year more, or 10 years more, whatever, right? Could happen tomorrow. But it's not going to happen if you're not posting videos. That's just the most important thing that you do. Welcome, Katie Draws, to the live stream. What's going on? I've been pretty good. How about you? Yeah, how's your channel been? I'm so bad at, like, looking at other people's channels. Like, I used to love doing that, but haven't in a while. Welcome, Art by Jelly, to the live stream. Drawing a certain cartoon. Oh, I totally messed up this hat part up here. I knew it when I was making it, but could barely tell. There we go. That looks a lot better, and then yep. Okay. Now I can move down to here. I'm probably going to have to redo this a few times. Kind of mad at creator as yet. Again, stole. Oh no. Wait, hold on. Let me open the live chat, because I don't know if you sent 2 messages. My channel. Kind of in a bad mood because a creator has yet again stolen the design from you. What do you mean? Like, that's rough. I remember when I was a lot smaller, I had tons of these bigger creators that would pretty much just rip off my video style. And it's like, it's one thing to take an idea, and it's another thing to just steal the entire style of someone else. But yeah, it just, hey, if people copy you, and this is what everybody says, but if people are copying you, that means you're doing something right. And, you know, the bigger you get, unfortunately, it just, like, more people are going to copy you. And I struggled with that a lot, right? I had people telling me that, and I was still, like, just, you know, it frustrates you. But, yeah, not the best thing. Let me see. Okay. I normally draw cartoon characters, and he has copied the design a few times. Fine with me, but when he destroys it in the same way, that's where I draw a line. It's not... Yeah. Yeah, no, so it just happens. But like, I was one of the, like, when I was at that point, I was one of the most copied art YouTubers in this, like, general niche, for sure, right? Like, didn't really see anybody else copying each other. And so far, I think, like, out of that group of people I'm thinking of, I ended up going for the longest, and my channel has definitely had the most success. So that definitely means you're doing something right. All right. So did people copy my art or my format? I think I had like just everything, all sorts of stuff. There's people that just copied the style of my banner at the top of my channel, which I would argue is pretty unique. So people just ripped that off. I had people that stole my characters and said they were theirs. I had people copy phrases that only I say in my videos, and then also script videos, like copy my videos and like copy them with editing one for one, except their footage is theirs. So I've had like all sorts of different stuff. But you know, the person that, well, I guess like it's good to say stuff about it and make people aware of it. That was probably the best thing I did. Like I would go live and I'd be like, look at this, like this is crazy. I would talk about it. And just make sure people understood like what was going on. And then, you know, once that other person gets a little bit of backlash for doing it, that'll get them to stop. Or if not, they're like the channels typically end up dying out, or they'll be like, okay, well, I'll just try something else. Forgive, don't forget. Yeah, so what would happen is I would have the same person copy me multiple times. So I'd be like, hey, like, please stop copying me. This is like, you know, it's not going to help you. Like, I would literally say, like, I'm trying to help you. Like, copying me is only going to make your life worse because, you know, the person that invents is going to be way more successful than the person that copies. You know, and I would kind of explain it to them a little bit, and they'd be like, oh, yeah, okay. But then they would do it again, and I'd do the same thing again and again and again, and they would do it 10 times. But, like, on the 11th time, they finally stopped. It's kind of funny. The same people will show up again multiple times. Oh, no, I lost my Donald Duck tab. Oh, no, there it is. 11th. Yeah, and on it, like, that sounds kind of like it's over-exaggerating, and it might be a little bit, but that's probably close to what actually happened. But no, make your community aware of it. Make a community post. Get other people's opinions. Yeah. Right, if you don't say anything about it, people aren't going to get scared about it. They're just going to keep doing it. Because a lot of people that do copy are younger, and they don't understand that that kind of thing has consequences, or doing that kind of stuff. So, if they get a bunch of bad comments, it'll be like, oh, okay, well, maybe I shouldn't be doing this. Yeah, and there's so many people. Like, I'm just thinking about it again. There's this one guy that has like a few 100,000 subscribers. I think he has more than me now. But he'll come back like every like 5 months and just copy me with a video and then go away. It's so funny. But then these people just always like, quote unquote, forget to give credit. All right, it's like that is the most important part. Either give credit or don't copy. I mean, and really that's like, I would say myself, I used to copy other people, quote unquote copy, right? Because everybody was doing the same thing. I was just kind of following the crowd. But then all of that stuff started to happen to me. And I was like, man, like, I really don't like how this feels. So then I made that decision there and then. Like, I'm not going to copy people. I'm just going to be original. I'm going to come up with ideas myself based off of my own videos. I'm just going to build it from ground zero. All right, which is, like, that's the opposite of what a lot of people would say is the best way to grow a channel. Like, everybody's like, look at what other people are doing and do it better. But I've stuck to just be original, and it worked out. Yeah, community posts are good. I don't even care about creds. I just want them to ask, which I feel like isn't too much to want, because there's a good chance I say yes to them using my... Yeah, exactly. Welcome, Sketchy Liam, to the live stream. Oh, that's not what I was trying to get out. I was trying to get this little thing out of here. Okay. I think I can cut these off a little bit. Yep, that looks good. But the other thing, actually, this is kind of funny, while we're on the topic of copying, but what you'll see a lot of YouTubers say, or like guru people, it's like, oh, well, nothing's original, like, you have to copy people, like, everything's already been done. I would beg to differ, because no one's ever drawn on honey, right? Like, that just hasn't been done. And like, all this stuff that I do, like, people say things like, you know, there's nothing that can be original nowadays, but that is totally false. That makes you just be less creative. You can get pretty creative and a little bit crazy and just come up with some ridiculous things that definitely have not been done before. Oh, yeah, I remember you. I tried out a creator's design. I asked him beforehand and gave creds, but then another creator took from me, so I just stopped. And yeah, gotta be on the opposite end to understand. Yeah, definitely. You have to experience it first, and then you're like, oh yeah, I don't like this. It does actually look accurate. Just looks a little bit off for a second. That looks pretty good, I have to say. I don't see much wrong with this, other than this up here. A little bit. Okay, so that's the face. Sketch is looking good. Thank you. Thank you, Morgan's art. All right. Do I post on TikTok? Yeah. I have, I got really lucky and managed to get the same handle as I have on YouTube, which is just at Bart Does Art. So that's my channel on there. There's a few, like, I made an old one, and that's still up. It's like Bart Does Art 1 or 9 or something. But something on there actually happened where someone was reposting my content onto TikTok. But I was like, this ain't happening. They got to 13,000 followers and they were making money, but it's like, this ain't happening. So I reported them to TikTok, and within, I think it took a few weeks, but their channel's totally gone now. How long does it usually take to edit my shorts? That's a good question. And guys, if you have any YouTube questions about how I make my videos, that kind of stuff, I'm always happy to talk about it. I love talking about that kind of stuff. But anyways, it's difficult to say. You know, I'm going through it. I went through a big phase where I was all about efficiency, didn't care about how they really turned out too much, and was just like, how many edits can I get done in a day, and how fast can I get each one done? So I got to a point where I could edit one of my videos in 28 minutes, or 25 minutes. Averaged out, it was 32 minutes for 8 videos. So 32 minutes per video. That's an average. But I'm trying to take a little bit longer now purposely, so I'm aiming for around an hour, hour and a half, if possible, because you just don't see certain things if you're just rushing past it, and it doesn't allow you to be creative if you're just trying to do things faster. Yeah, the way to fix that is literally just posting on the other platforms. There's this app called, it's called Buffer, and you can link I would just do the other platforms, not YouTube, because it doesn't have as much, like, customization. Anyways, you can link your TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, any of that stuff. You can link it to the app, and then you just upload it to the app, and it'll go out to all of the different platforms at the same time. And you could schedule on there. It's pretty awesome because I hated going around to each different platform and trying to whatever do it on each different thing. It's very nice. Okay, anyways, so let's talk to you through your streams, because a lot of big creators don't like go through all their comments, which makes sense, but then you just don't really get to hear from. Yeah, that's the nice thing about not getting a lot of viewers on live streams. I kind of prefer when it's like, well, it's not fun when there's like 10 people and no one is talking. It's like perfect when there's 10 people and everybody's talking, but it's also really bad if you have like 300 people and everybody's spamming. But yeah. All right, thank you for joining the live stream, and yeah. All right. It's crazy. All right. Anyways, I gotta add this guy's body, or maybe not. Maybe I just do his head, but I feel like I should. Maybe just his neck. Where does it start? It starts here. But in terms of like drawing normal Posca marker drawing videos, I've said this for a while, but no one has mastered it like Nash Vibes mastered it. Like, he figured it out. Like, he got the right camera shots, he got the right coloring and everything. So there's still a door wide open for someone to fill that gap now that he's doing the same style of videos as me. But would recommend trying. But you got to get the perfect lighting. You got to get some things right. Every chat is getting read by you, and it's nice to know casually talk to other YouTubers. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that... This is kind of on the topic of copying. It's similar, but, you know, I got to the point with normal drawing videos where just cartoons where I was like, everybody's doing the same thing, I gotta stand out. Like, no one's ever gonna recognize me if 100 other people are doing the exact same thing, right? It's just not gonna happen. So, like, why would I go viral out of the group of 100 if I'm doing it the same way? So I was like, okay, I'm gonna change it up. And I was one of the first, if not the first, to do specifically drawing videos in this style that I do now, where it's like voiceovers, challenges. So there was a lot of ideas totally open for me to try out. But then within 2 months of doing that, of course, Nash Vibes starts doing the same kind of video. And it's like, come on! Like, I just, like... If Nash Vibes stayed with the same videos he's doing now, I would have like 1 million subscribers. Because I would have been the only one, but now that I have a competitor that does similar stuff, it's like, it kind of makes it difficult. But, yeah. The only thing with me, though, if I don't know how to be... Yeah, that's the difficult part, right? It's not easy to be different. You know? So, I mean, the first thing, like, I mean, just a little thing you could try is, like, you know, look at what other people are doing and do the exact opposite. So I've used this example, I told it to a lot of people. No one has done it yet for whatever reason. But, everybody draws profile pictures, right? But, like, what if you changed profile pictures? What if you took what if you took profile pictures and turned them into something else as a series? So, like, turning all of your profile pictures into SpongeBob. Right? Like, why has nobody done that? I don't know. I've suggested it so many times. It's a great idea, and it's a new twist on the same idea. So, that's how you stand out, right? Like, that's really the first step. You have to look at what you're doing and then, like, make a slight adjustment. It's like, oh, hey, yeah, this is actually really different. But you'd be surprised, how easy it is, right? So that's a little thing. It doesn't work with everything, though, which is the bad part. But... I don't know. Someone's gotta try it, right? Like, I'm just waiting for someone to try it. But at the same time, it takes posting a lot of videos and experimenting to really know how to be original. You do kind of get the hang of it eventually. But, yeah, it's really difficult at the start. You turn subscribers into minions? Yeah, that would be a great idea too, because you're taking advantage of a trend that's going on. Yeah, like, that would be a good idea. And then just do that with a bunch of different movies, if you feel like it. Or just pick a random character that you really like, that you want to draw a bunch. And just do that. Like, use, like, you know, I don't know. You gotta build up some sort of original... Like, I chose Shrek. I don't know how that happened. It was so random. But I chose Shrek. So, it just worked out so well. But that kind of stuff. I think Nash is real. I think Nash is way better at me at, like, actually drawing. My focus is more on making an entertaining video that isn't necessarily just about the art, because In reality, a lot of people don't actually like watching the art process. Oh, sorry. Whoa. I haven't sneezed in a while. That's funny. But yeah, a lot of people don't necessarily like watching the art process, so like that's why you have to make it satisfying or make it about something else. So yeah, but his drawings are very cool. Like, maybe a big ask, sorry. Oh no. Or wait, are you? It's hard to get you. Am I doing drawing suggestions? No, I'm just drawing this one character. I've been drawing him for a very long time. I'm taking my time, you know. It's one of those streams. Wait, what are you... Wait. Is there any way you can copy and paste it? Well, because you said the thing about the minions. Wait. It's message retracted. Yeah, just resend it if you can. Or, like, YouTube live stream chat or comments are really weird and it'll randomly hold up some. So, I'm not sure if that's what happened. How big is this boat? Oh, it's actually pretty big. Okay. That makes a lot more sense. I was like, this is not lining up at all. Okay, let's see what you said. Yeah, Yo, Pulse Compassion, welcome. I think it's hiding your message. Because all I see is they're both drawing World Cup characters. Okay. Let's try this. Try sending the message in my latest community post. That should work. If you can do that. I wish YouTube chat would just let everything through without holding anything up. I thought I had that setting on, but I guess not. Let me see if I can change the setting real quick. Settings. Community moderation. Comments on new videos and posts, messages. There's no moderation in my live stream. Let's see if it's... Like, I don't have... It's so weird. Okay, there's nothing in the live chat. So, that didn't work. Let's see my community. Why is that there? Sorry, the camera is shaking. So weird. Makes me wonder how many messages are going through that I just missed totally. What is YouTube hiding from me? What's going on here? Also, I've tried Nash style satisfying video for my, but it bombed. Hold on. So the message isn't going through still, but I see this one where you said I've tried Nash style satisfying video. Oops. No. Wait, hold on. Unhide user. Sorry, I just accidentally. I did not mean to do that. I'm really sorry. Okay, there we go. It works. I just need to make sure it works. Yeah, it must be, I don't know. Wait, which one did you say you tried it for? Or am I not getting audio from this? Yeah, no, with the normal cartoon drawing videos, it's like, they gotta be perfect, right? Like, they gotta be, like, it's at this whole different level. I wasn't able, that I was never able to reach, even though I tried really hard. What level? So it's right here. Okay. Yeah, But I think a lot of it, it's not just about it's not just about the drawings themselves, because a lot of a lot of people are able to match up to that, right? But then it's talking about the lighting, the way you do each clip, the way you cut the video, and it's more on that side of things. And that's where people aren't able to figure it out, really. Okay, that arm's... What thing is off here? This bow feels off. So, I'm gonna do that. But that distance just isn't right. Maybe I need to make his arm a little bit wider. How wide is that arm? That arm is about the width. Oh, yeah, it's wider than the bow. So I'll just start the arm here. Do a little bit something like this. That fixes that problem. Okay. Yeah, I'll give you feedback. I already looked at one of yours, and there's definitely a few things. Okay. So I mean, I know the kind of style you're going for. I think it's I don't know. There's this YouTuber I'm thinking of, or there's a few of them. So it's definitely like your videos are just a different style than Nash Vibes. But you do a good job of matching that. I think if you could get the camera closer to the paper and less digitally cutting in, because what happens is it lowers the quality and makes things look worse. It makes things look lower quality. So if you could try getting the camera closer to each thing and do a little bit more work while filming, that would definitely help a ton. And then you do a pretty good job of keeping everything center. So that's like a big thing that a lot of people get wrong. And then halfway through the Michael Jackson one and 4 Styles, it seems like the lighting totally changes. So I mean, that's like a little thing. Oh, well, no, it's just like one shot where it's different. And I mean, outside of that, maybe like too much movement in editing, right? Like it seems like you're just getting like whipped around basically watching this. So like I would maybe try to slow down the movements a tiny bit. But I don't know, that's like not totally necessary. I think you could get away with what you're doing. Lighting is really, really important. That is very extremely important to get right. Because That's really like a big difference between a lot of people in Nash Vibes. The lighting just didn't look as good. But you can get some good, like, you can get some pretty good little box lights for pretty cheap on Amazon. Michael video is pretty bad. I mean, not like it's not really that bad. Like I see the style you were going for, and you did that pretty well, but a lot of it is just the footage where it looks kind of framey, not framey, but low quality. So just getting the camera a little bit closer, less cutting in. Because if you look at my videos, that's a big thing I try to do. I don't like cutting in on the shots a lot, so typically, you know, you don't see many low quality feeling shots where it's like you can see the frames a little bit. But the other thing is that when you have bad lighting, it makes your camera have to do more work, which makes the quality drop on the video. So, like, you know, and that means, like, you know, that's when the lighting is too dark. So for me, I have these two giant soft lights on either side of my desk, so everything's lit pretty much perfectly. Obviously, there's a shadow, and I wish that wasn't there, but there's not much I can do. It's pretty soft shadow, though. But because of that, the camera doesn't have to, like, do any work, and it can pick up some really good shots. Yeah. Really like the messy drawing I made earlier today. Okay, I'll check that one out instead. I can't hear the audio, so I don't know why it's not working. Let me see if I can get it to work. Nope. It's weird. Oh, wait. Here I go. I just had my volume down. Oh. Yeah, the messy one, lighting looks way better. Actually, so transitions, like, it's very, like, I learned this the hard way, really easy to overdo transitions. You'd be surprised, like, you could totally cut out transitions and people won't really notice. So I would start there, maybe. Like, just use 1 or 2 for the entire video. I like that. Like, and then I see you did, like, the soccer ball transition. I like that, but I would have liked to see the soccer ball for a little bit longer because it flashes a little bit too fast across the screen. And then with the kind of effects, and effects are, I think it might just be transitions kind of blending in each other. With all those going on, the focus point in the video is moving around a lot. And for a viewer, it's difficult, like, if you look at my videos, everything is typically right in the same spot on the screen, like the focus point. So if I'm drawing, it's always right here on the screen, no matter what. And with these transitions and stuff, it's moving over here, over here, over here, over here, over here, like all around. And then that makes the viewer have to work a little bit, and then they scroll because they're not on shorts to scroll. So yeah, that's a few things. Yeah, I like how you do the all the comments at the end there. That's cool. Yeah, so you just have to, like, get rid of it, like, a few small things. And also another big mistake a lot of art YouTubers made, almost every single one that I know, except for you, is that in the intro, they just show a blank paper. And it's like, what's going on here? So I'm glad that you already have the sketch done, because like, you need something to hook the viewer, right? And they need to understand what you're doing. So I should look at the first frame of the video and be like, oh yeah, she's drawing Messi, right? But a lot of people, you'd be surprised, where they just have a blank paper, or the video starts with nothing, and then they slide in the paper with nothing on it, and then it's even worse. So that's good that you're not doing that. Alright, anyways, gotta get back to this drawing, gotta finish that. But yeah, let me know if you have any more questions on YouTube stuff. I'd be happy to help. So do you think you should continue with cartoon characters? Just my question, or is it just too hard to try to get views for that? For Nash Facts. I don't think there's a problem with drawing cartoon characters. That's what I still draw cartoon characters. I just do it in a different way. So I think there's plenty of potential for you to continue doing that. There's this other guy that I can think of now that when he does get the editing right, he goes viral still, because his drawings are insane. They're like literally perfect. So there's potential if you just work towards it and, you know, make sure the lighting's good. What editing software do you use, and what do you edit on? I'm really hoping you use CapCut. CapCut my phone. Yeah, well, okay, that's not bad, honestly. At least it's CapCut and not one of those random other editing softwares. I use CapCut too. I edited on CapCut for years. Last year I got a computer and finally started editing on there, but yeah, so you can do a lot of great stuff. One thing you're going to want to do, one thing that really helped me was trying to get a consistent lighting across every video. So basically just filming in the same conditions for every video, same lighting, same setup, because that way you can make a editing it's like an adjust preset you can do, and basically just mess with the lighting until it looks really good and colors pop and the paper looks bright. You want the paper to look really like white and bright, I guess is a good way to put it. And then you want the colors to pop off of the page. So focus on that. Then also you don't want your hand to look too red. That's the difficult part. So yeah, try to figure out how to add the just like overlay preset thing, and then just do the same thing on all the videos I do. So for creepy, I kind of go crazy with them. Do you think I should just do tracking shots where it follows the line? I think you just need to tone them down a little bit. Just less zoom, a little bit slower. And then the cuts do the job of keeping things fast-paced. But yeah, just tone them down a little bit. There's nothing wrong with them. You just, or maybe a little bit overdoing it. You have Adobe, but it's, yeah, no, don't use Adobe. I would, do not. Do not. Or Adobe. I always say it wrong. I don't know. I don't know what you're supposed to say. Adobe or Adobe. I think Adobe is correct, but might be wrong. Probably wrong. Oh, that's what's going on. I was trying to figure out why this isn't working out. You just said Premiere Pro to be on the safe side. Yeah. Yeah, Premiere Pro. I really don't like those editing softwares. I just don't understand why they have to be so complicated. It's like, it would, like, because you look at CapCut, which has, on desktop at least, which has similar features. It doesn't have all the features, but it has features that match up to it. And it's so much simpler on CapCut. It's like, you don't need to be a rocket scientist to figure out how to, like, do a single cut and where to put the footage, right? Like, it's, I don't know how you make something that difficult to use. It's kind of similar to Photoshop. Obviously, a lot of people get the hang of it, but, like, I just, you know, you did something wrong when there's such a big learning curve to understand the software. Why make it? Yeah, it's just, it doesn't make any sense. I mean, they clearly didn't have beginners or normal people in mind. They only had, like, movie editors in mind, and then it turned into, because I'm sure these platforms used to be used for movies, or they still are, and then YouTubers just started using them because they were the only options, and then they started adding features that were more for YouTube. But yeah, but then they never really changed how it worked out, or how it was, how it looked, how easy it was to use. Still blows my mind how difficult, or how insane those looked. I've tried DaVinci Resolve, because everybody's like, oh, try DaVinci Resolve. It's like, looks like I'm looking at a garbage can. How is this, like, this does not look like a video editor. Oh, wow, this pencil's great. I sound familiar. Well, maybe you've seen my videos before. The Shrek series. Oh, in real life. Okay. Never mind. Very small amount of people know me in real life, so that would be... You don't really know where you're going with the channel. Yeah, That's how it is, you know? Like, I'm like, right? Like, I'm like, yeah, I want to grow my channel, but I don't know, like, you can't really picture what it's going to look like. Try to picture what you're doing with your channel is like trying to figure out, like, trying to picture a new color, right? Like, you could try all you want, but it ain't happening. You just gotta try. You just gotta make videos and make small adjustments over time. You see a lot of these big channels that it's like, oh, well, like, they just blew up out of nowhere. They probably made, like, these big changes. But in reality, what happened is they made a bunch of these tiny little changes over time. They added up, and then, you know, they got to this point where they built up, and they just took off. And that's the moment that everybody sees, but not the years of work that went into it. Anyways. Oh, no. Are you talking the subscriber videos? I don't know if you know how I feel about subscriber videos, but I guess it's fine. Profile pictures. I don't know, the feet aren't working out. Something's wrong here. Something's not right. Welcome back. Something is wrong here, and I can't quite figure it out. Is this the same? Okay, that's what's going on. These should be the same width as that. That doesn't look right. Maybe they're... How far does that stick out? It's right to there. Like, how big are these feet? That goes out further than that does. Oh, so I guess, yeah, there you go. I sounded so disappointed when I said, yeah. Well, just because I've seen so many, like, you have channels that literally only do profile picture videos. And they don't, like, there's no... It's just not a good long-term... Like, there's no growth in views, right? It's just the same. It's stagnant. Because what happens with subscriber videos, when you're like, subscriber, and I'm gonna do this. I mean, if you don't do that, that's good. But when you say that, what happens is anybody that has already subscribed is gonna slowly start to hate your videos because they already subscribed. They don't want to listen to you say that they need to subscribe again, right? And they don't want to hear that over and over and over every single video. So you just get stuck basically with the same amount of views, and you don't really see any growth. And that's why all these channels that got to 1 million subscribers fell off and only get 2,000 views per video, even if they try. Yeah. So anyways, I've seen it all. I've seen a lot. This hand isn't big enough. That's what's going on here. I think that's what happened. Ah, yes. Okay. So, as this is what art is all about. Just redoing the same thing 100 times until you get it right. Okay, so that goes directly down. And that is wider than the leg there. But the problem is that it's above the bottom of this. So, by a lot. So I need to... I hate this. This is terrible. So then you have to do this. That looks right. RDD, yes, he's one of like the more OG guys. Like I feel like he was around for a while. He's one of the guys. If only you were a moderator. Yeah, if only you were a moderator, you could remove the comment. If only. If only you were a moderator. Oh hey, what's that blue thing next to your name? Why is your name blue all of a sudden? Haha. I haven't added a new moderator in like a year. It feels nice. Yeah, don't you love people that just like go around to live streams and just like do that? It's great. It's spreading positivity throughout the art community. It's just funny. Yeah, they are. They just don't have anything better to do with their life. But hey, we live in America. If you want to go do that, sure, go do it. No one's gonna like you, but, you know. Do I have donations on? I do have donations on if you're talking to me. If you're not talking to me, then I don't. Or then I don't know. Holy feet. This guy's got some big feet. This is crazy. Been trying to get them right for like an hour. I only ever draw like characters' heads because I feel like that's just all you need. So terrible at doing the rest of the body of these guys. Okay, maybe a little bit smaller. That works. Okay. Oh, and then finally, I just have to do his little hand over here. So I can finally color it in and ruin it. Alright, and I just gotta add a few patterns. Like right about there. Right about there. Nobody ever told me how stressful drawing was. This is what they don't want you to know. Let me pull up RDD. Is RDD still around? I haven't, like, because he used to be he came out of nowhere, I remember, and everybody was like, how? Yeah, so those are the videos I'm talking about where it's like, it only makes things worse, really, and, you know, I have a friend, I mean, a lot of people are like, oh, subscribers, that must be good, but, I have a friend that got 1 million subscribers from a single video. 1 million. Right? So he has 1.4 million subscribers, but he still can only get 12,000 views. Because subscriber videos build no community. And it's basically equivalent or worse to just buying 1 million subscribers, because they also start rapidly leaving and unsubscribing. And yeah, exactly. You would think a short with 14 million views would do something, right? But no, like it doesn't. I've never seen it work. Like, I've seen so many channels. I was around when it started. Like, I remember very well when the whole subscriber video thing started. I know the people that started it. I talked to them. Nobody has seen good success from it. Everybody that did it and made their entire channel about that fell off. Like, and that is not over exaggeration. I'd be surprised if there's anyone still around. I'm talking about the destroying drawing videos that RDD did, I think. So like, if you did non-subscriber videos, then I think that could work. I think that could be cool. Where you're just like, I destroyed this drawing, and then I'm gonna fix it, right? So it's kind of just removing the problem of it, so it could work. Wasn't Shen? No, so she started the profile thing, and then everybody basically one for one copied that kind of video with the background and stuff. So yeah, she started that. But like maybe a year, 2 years before that, the subscriber I'm going to destroy this drawing started. So both are equally bad. It seems like the profile videos aren't as bad for channels. But yeah, I wouldn't recommend doing any video like that. Like, just try to figure out how to get views, basically, which is really difficult. I still struggle to get good views, and you know, I've been doing it forever. I've had months where I get average over 1 million views per video, but you know, still struggle to get 100,000 views. But yeah, anyways, YouTube's a difficult game. Alright, and there's your drawing. Pretty fire sketch, I would say. Now why does this look like it's like bent? I think the pencil is messed up. It is. It's probably because it is. It's crazy. Okay. Will you see a kneaded eraser by dabbing it on the page and rolling on the drawing? Yeah, I mean, you could see what I just did where I went back with this thing. It's just that some areas I put more weight on the pencil, so either way it wouldn't have done much. Let me see though, actually. At least that, because I might be totally wrong. Yeah, no, it still doesn't get rid of those areas. I just put too much weight on my hand, basically. And it's a problem I've always had. It's difficult to be accurate without doing that, though, for me. Yeah, no, it's definitely just because I put more weight on my hand. So then, like, there's it's literally in the grooves of the, like, it's down in grooves in the paper. So you gotta get at it with the, like, doing this doesn't do much. But if I go at it from this angle, it works. All the lines are in grooves. It's just difficult to remember that mid-drawing. You kind of just get lost in the sauce of making good lines. This is how I used to do all of my sketches for my videos. Literally, I would spend like 2 hours per sketch just doing multiple layers until it felt perfect. Probably didn't need to do that because Nash Vibes doesn't even do that. Sketches are pretty rough, but I think it's actually better to leave them more rough for videos because then there's a larger transformation and it's more satisfying. It's like, whoa, how do you turn that into that? But also, this looks pretty nice to do it like this. And spend hours. Been going for like 80, 90 minutes. I think I'm gonna say you have 3 seconds to like this video. 3 seconds to like this video. Like, my thing is just that there's much better ways to hook people without doing that kind of stuff. Like, a better thing would be just, like, just not doing that. And, like, make it into, like, a story or something where it's, like, you know, I was about to finish my drawing. I was on the last line of my drawing when I hit my hand against the cup of coffee and it spilled all over the drawing. Or it's, like, you know, I was throwing away some old sketches, like some unfinished sketches when I accidentally ripped one of my finished drawings in half. So now I have to fix it. Or, like, I was activating this marker on what I thought was a blank piece of paper, but it was actually the back of a finished drawing. Like, that kind of stuff would hook people a lot better. And you're not, like, it doesn't feel like, right? So I'd try stuff like that. My sketching takes forever. Yeah, it's because I'm talking. That's why. That's the real reason here. Yeah, but what I just said, definitely try that. I would do that instead. It adds a lot cooler. Like, it feels real, more real than, and more like, people will. You want people to like and subscribe, not because you told them to, but because the video is good. So rather than saying that stuff, the focus should be on how can I make this video good enough that people are going to want to see more. That's what I've always done. I was going to donate. That's so weird. Yeah, YouTube's weird with donations and stuff sometimes. Oh, it's not supposed to be there. Okay. So close to being done. I just can't leave something unfinished like this. Okay. Sorry about the camera shaking. You always do that. Wow, it's going for a while. Okay. A little bit more. Shading and coloring in, that needs to be done. Anyways, do I have Discord? I do, but I don't really use it that much. I'm rarely, like, actually on there. Yo, Annoy Hearted, welcome! Yeah, the only reason it's good is because I've been making it for an hour and a half. But it's because I've been talking. That's why it took so long. That's my excuse. I mean, probably subtract like 30 minutes of just talking without drawing, which is still a long time for this. But, you know, good art takes time, I guess. But, you know, not always. Whew. Something feels off. No. What's off? Is it off? Wait, okay. This leg over here I forgot to do. Forgot to do that line. This fist here. There's always something you forget. Pretty good. It's okay. Oh, I need to do the markings around his head. That's what I'm missing. Let me get a little bit. It's interesting how they did this. It's just so random. But I'm sure there's a reason. Look at that. That's nice. That's nice, I have to say. I would say. Did I let Flames go back home? We're not going to talk about it. Not going to talk about that. Oh man, guys, I'm tired out. Never gonna draw again after this one. I would say that's one of my better drawings of Donald Duck. Let me look at the reference, compare it. Okay, like I think, like always, you know, certain parts got stretched out because of my perspective. Like if you look at it from here, it's probably a little bit more correct than straight up and down. Like, I think that this part is a little bit too stretched down. You can see I changed it, so I probably shouldn't have changed it, but it's fine. Like, this fist just goes a little bit too far. Oh, I forgot his tail over here. I remember seeing that. Alright, there we go. Alright guys, well there it is. I'm not even going to color this. It looks too good to color, I think. But yeah guys, thank you all for joining this live stream. It was nice talking to you, Katie, about YouTube stuff, and, you know, comment. The best place to really comment is on latest community posts. If you have any more YouTube questions, then I'll try to answer them. But anyways, yeah. I'll see you guys. I'll try to go live again soon. Definitely.